let's play Pain Train. This is Homeless Poster.
This is Jackson.
And we're going to bring you the third and final portion of our Super Mario Bros. 3 low no-kill run of World 3. And we've kind of found out that we've reached basically the end of our childhood memories of this game and the difficulty therein. So it might take us a couple attempts to get through a couple of these levels, as I'm sure you've seen. The one thing that's been really weird for us is just how much the levels spike in difficulty back and forth. Some of them are completely trivial, some of them are a lot more difficult than we recall, like a pro, and it's really kind of inconsistent either way. Got the middle block first try that time.
Now, I remember when I was a kid, I would generally skip over this world as much as possible.
Like this particular world, World 3-9?
This world, yeah. No, just World 3. I'd use the warp whistle and just get the fuck out of here.
Alright, got the one up. Gonna get under this guy. There we go.
Now don't shoot. There you go.
There we are. Yeah, those moving bricks are actually a little bit of a pain in the butt. And then it turns out this world's not even over. I've got more stuff to do.
Nope, can't go that way.
Nope. But I think that pipe's what I'm looking for, right?
I'd assume so. I suppose there's another trick pipe over there.
Oh man, like the mini boss dungeon. That was those parts in games always frustrate me. Like whether you're a kid or not.
I mean, you just have no way of knowing.
Yeah, it's like the principle that like the majority of ROM hacks are built on. Like if you didn't know this instant killing situation was gonna pop up right now, you're gonna die, and then you have to replay through it. Like, I guess that's difficult, but it's not like fun difficulty. Like it's just arbitrary difficulty.
Arbitrary difficulty is my favorite kind of difficulty.
Not me. That bugs the crap out of me. So one thing that I always wondered as a kid too is whether or not you can actually die in those subworlds. I mean, the timer doesn't click off, so I would imagine that you've got infinite time. Okay, now this is interesting. So this monster sprite for this dungeon, or this castle, is actually now a dinosaur sprite from Super Mario World. So clearly that's something that they've changed because it is the Mario All-Stars version of Mario Bros. 3. Now I'm a little bit curious what the original sprite was in Super Mario Bros. 3 on the normal Nintendo.
Now, how are you sure that it's a different sprite?
Well, because I'm pretty sure that prior to Super Mario World, they didn't have a lot of dinosaur-themed enemies.
You don't think so?
They definitely didn't have any for Mario 3. That was kind of foolish.
I'm not sure how I'm supposed to get past that.
Yeah, that actually... I guess you're going to have to get a running start.
It's going to be tough.
It's going to take some doing?
Yeah.
Oh, alright. Well, there. Okay, so I guess I'm going to have to go ahead and hit up this little...
Do a little matching?
Do a little memory. Oh, cool. We get to use the same one. Fortunately, I have no idea what was where. That's good. Hopefully it'll go faster.
There you go.
10 coins.
Great.
And what's the next one? A star.
Nice.
Oh, are you kidding me? That was completely dumb luck.
Another star.
Gosh. Nope. Okay, there we go. Got through that. So some more.
Good run though.
More power-ups we'll never use, plus 10 coins. And yeah, let's give this a shot here now. So it seems like you would just take a running start. Probably not though. There we are. You just got to do it all at once. Now, a lot of these ships, and I don't know if this one will do it, but in the later levels they start to have even more ridiculous, like, balancing kind of stuff. They've got those little, like, lug nuts that you've got to spin and dance on. A lot of that stuff, you just fall off and die if you don't make it. Oh, no. Oh, wow. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Alright, well, here, we'll go ahead and suck some afterburner.
Nah.
Oh, man. Okay, so that you probably don't want to hang back on. You just want to run through that.
Get through there as soon as possible.
And then clearly a running jump is the solution to that first portion. Yeah, I always wondered if you can die in here. I mean, the timer doesn't tick off. I seem to remember in the original...
I mean, why'd you even wonder that? Like, who cares?
I don't know, man. Why do I wonder any of the things that I wonder?
I don't know.
Obviously, as a child, I put way more thought into these games than maybe even the designers did.
It just seems like a ridiculous thing to ponder.
Well, here's what you got to keep in mind. I mean, you grew up on a farm. I grew up on a farm in North Dakota. You can't go outside for 9 months out of the year. As an 8 or 9-year-old kid, you just kind of meld with your Nintendo. Like, there's nothing else to go do. I don't know what happened there.
I just got cornered. There's no way through.
Another continue. So this is your third continue now.
Possibly.
Now, I'm pretty sure it's your third continue. We should probably keep like a little counter going. But yeah, man. I mean, as a kid growing up, living on a farm, closest neighbor is miles away. There's nothing else for you to do. You play Nintendo all damn afternoon and start to formulate crazy ideas about what could be possible.
I guess I would just go outside.
Yeah, but outside into what? Like, yeah, that was just terrible. I don't know how I did that the first time.
It's definitely going to be a tricky part.
Yeah, this is going to be frustrating, I can already tell. Well, hopefully now, because you're on this side of the map, you're closer to the airship. Doesn't look like you moved that much. But like, you don't remember as a kid, like all the crazy, like, you know, rumors that you would hear on the playground about just different things in Mario games or, you know, in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle games. Like, nobody in your playground had those type of rumors.
Not really. I wasn't really.
There you go.
My school, or my school system, like, there wasn't really a lot of gamers, to be honest.
Oh, there wasn't when I was a kid either. Oh man,
Fuck
ridiculousness. I was like, you know, one of the few kids in school that had a Nintendo, had a Super Nintendo. I mean, like I said, I grew up with a bunch of farm kids, and they thought I was weird as hell for playing video games as I did.
Well, I remember going into middle school with Pokemon. And I was ostracized. Pokemon was only the nerd table played Pokemon.
I gotta believe that if you're above the age of like 5 or 6, it's never cool to play Pokemon. And this is coming from somebody that plays Pokemon quite a bit.
I think at some point, like once you get to the college level, it becomes cool again. But there's that weird like teenage years where you just can't do it.
You think that it's actually cool to play Pokemon in college?
Yeah, sure.
Like you're gonna go to like some campus meet, you're some freshman, you're moving into your dorms.
Listen,
you're leaving your door open so that other people come and say hello.
I like to pretend it's cool. It makes me feel better. Makes me feel better about myself.
Hey, whatever you're gonna do to rationalize your life choices, right? Okay, well that worked. Okay, so you can just do a running jump from the island.
I mean, that seems to be the way to do that part.
So, I mean, like, I remember, like I said, I was probably one of the only kids in town that actually had a Nintendo. People thought I was weird as hell for playing as many video games as I did, which I was. I'm not debating that, but it's just how it worked out. And even so, like, there was all kinds of rumors in the playground from somebody's uncle who worked at Nintendo, and it was going to be a secret, you know, thing in Mario 3 that if you know, beat this level in this many seconds or use this power-up in this sequence that you could actually, you know, unlock something completely ridiculous. I remember when the original Ninja Turtles came out, and I mean that game was a complete bastard to play through as a kid. People would get frustrated, you know, that they couldn't beat certain levels. It's still a complete bastard. It's still a complete bastard, but it's a lot more manageable now. But there were people, you know, especially as like Ninja Turtles would grow big around that time, they would have, you know, all these crazy theories that like, oh, when you get to the Technodrome level, if you don't beat it within, you know, 15 minutes, then the Technodrome actually takes over New York. Nicely done, by the way. You really threaded the needle on that one. You know, the Technodrome takes over New York, and then you get an automatic game over. And I had to believe it was because as kids, nobody ever saw that level, so you had no way to dispute it. Like, all you could just go is, nuh-uh, but you yourself didn't know whether or not that could actually happen.
That was exciting.
Yeah. And I gotta believe, too, Electronic Gaming Magazine, or Electronic Gaming Monthly, I think that was the correct format for it, they always had their, you know, infamous April issue, where they would publish, you know, the April Fools, you know, random stuff about, gosh, I can't even... I think that they had the nude codes for, you know, Lara Croft in there one time.
Wait, those ended up being false. Those never actually worked.
Well, it depends on what you mean by worked. I mean, at the time that Tomb Raider 1 came out, I don't think that there was a lot of people that were familiar with, like, modding on computers.
Well,
but,
sure.
I'm sure you could go in and edit the texture.
No,
so
you could mod it, but I don't think there was a code. I don't think there was a code built into the game.
Mario, you know, skip the...
Well, I think we're going to go ahead and end the video now.
And end the video?
And come back for World 4.
All right. Well, then we're going to end the video and come back for World 4. You guys have a great day.